Huge turnout here today. How is it that you've come down and why do you think it's so important to come down for Julian Assange?
Well, I've been following the case for 5 years since he was dragged out of the embassy. And for an English person, that was a real shock because we sort of believe that we don't believe we do that sort of thing. Maybe I was naive, but it was a shock. And basically, I started getting involved in the campaign since then. I live in Dorset, where the home of the Toa Puddle martyrs. I don't know if it resonates with Australians. Basically, in the middle of the 19th century, a group of farm labourers fought for the right to form a union, and they were deported to Australia. And there was a campaign launched. Basically, it was a frightened government using a corrupt judiciary to tried to suppress the right to assemble, and a campaign was launched, and they were eventually sent home, and we obviously won the campaign. I see a lot of parallels with Julian Assange because we have basically frightened governments that are concerned that the citizens actually get to know what's going on in their name. And again, the judicial process is being corrupted, basically to keep Julian in jail and keep people uninformed. I mean, a lot of people, increasingly people are becoming aware of the facts behind Julian Assange, but the media has been terrible in the UK. I don't know about Australia.
Same. It's been non-existent.
The thing is, more and more people, I'm a boomer, and boomers tend to still watch the BBC, read The Guardian, but even people of my generation are starting to realise that things have been hidden from us, and they're starting to understand what this case means, I believe.
I believe that too. After 14 years of arbitrary detention, it seems just mind-bending how the judiciary system and the politicians have got away with that, keeping an Australian truth teller, in some form of arbitrary detention for 14 years.
Yeah, we mustn't become dejected. I've said this before. I attended 40 odd years ago. I was in South Africa, and I attended an anti-apartheid rally in Cape Town, and at that time Nelson Mandela was on Robben Island, and if you travelled around South Africa, people were proud to show that they had handguns in their glove department, and it seemed like there's no hope for a peaceful settlement. It felt like there'd be a revolution. Well, within 10 years, the nationalist government was having to negotiate with Nelson Mandela and the ANC. So we shouldn't lose hope that as long as we sort of stand up and say no, we're not going to accept this.
And I think that's represented here well, that people are standing up and they're coming down in their droves to support Julian Assange and his family. It was so lovely to speak to you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
I was wondering if you would play us something on your beautiful trumpet.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This is from my Australian friends and family.
Perfect. Thank you so much.